The spring game has ended. I have some thoughts, and I don't know who's going to like these thoughts, but like always, I'm just going to be honest. One thing that is very concerning to me is the battle of the trenches, I think is going to be an issue. I mean, nothing I saw today made me feel better. Nothing I saw today made me feel like Colorado is on the right path to winning the Big 12. Nothing I saw today made me feel like, okay, we are ready to go in the trenches. We are armed and we are ready to go in the trenches. And then I watched our quarterback play. I wasn't really didn't move me. I don't know what was going on with the quarterbacks. I mean, it could have been the play calling, but listen, I also feel like I caught myself missing Shador. I knew Shador was going to hit wide open receivers. I knew that was going to happen. We saw the quarterbacks today miss wide open receivers. The other thing that is concerning to me is also the penalties. How do you have that many penalties in a spring game when you're not even playing that much football? That is concerning. So I know I can sit here and talk about how great the receivers looked, how great the safeties looked, how great the corners looked, although the corners were holding. So you know what? Nothing I saw today made me think, okay, we are ready to go. Everything I saw today made me think, okay, thank God the transfer portal just opened, and I cannot wait to see who we get out of that transfer portal because I'm concerned. If you can go back and watch that game in your spare time, just remove your fan eyes for a second and go watch the offensive line play and the defensive line play. The offensive line, the second string offensive line was not very good at all today. The second string offensive line was concerning. But you know what actually really concerned me was the first string offensive line. And I'm going to say this here, and I know a lot of people are not going to want to hear it, and I know a lot of people are going to give me crap for saying it, but I have concerns about Jordan Seaton. What I saw today in Jordan Seaton was what I saw against BYU and Jordan Seaton. Jordan Seaton, in my personal opinion, I have some concerns right now, mainly because I'm not sure if his body is how his body is supposed to be. In my personal opinion, he looked a little bit slow to me, and in my personal opinion, I am not seeing him get better. So I have concerns about Jordan Seaton, and I know that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. I know that's going to make a lot of people feel a certain way, but if you could just take a second, take a deep breath, and go watch Jordan Seaton play in that spring game, and then go watch him play against BYU, you are going to have concerns too if you can be honest with yourself. So I don't know what's going on with Jordan Seaton. I know a lot of people are going to say, it was just a scrimmage. It was just a scrimmage. When you are amazing, it doesn't matter if it's just a scrimmage. When you are supposed to be amazing, it doesn't matter what's going on. You always look amazing because you are amazing. I did not see that in Jordan Seaton today. And for the first time in a long time, I am now concerned about our left tackle position because he did not look great. So I'm concerned about that. Now, I will say the wide receivers, again, I have always said since the offseason, I'm not worried about Coach Prime's ability to get wide receivers. I'm not worried about Coach Prime's ability to go get safeties. I'm not worried about him getting corners. I think he's going to be able to get all of those things. Before this video continues, I wanted to take a second and thank you for 1,600 subscribers. If you're watching this video though and you're not subscribed, make sure that you click that subscribe button and get subscribed. This has been so much fun to be able to create the content that I want to create, to really be able to grow this channel the way that I want to grow this channel, and to really just feel comfortable and confident in the things that I'm doing and the things that I'm saying. As you probably can tell, I really love football and I'm so passionate, and I'm excited that I get to talk about it. And I know you might not always agree with my opinions, but I'm super excited to be able to talk about it. So thank you so much for being here. The last thing I'll say here is I do have a membership community. If you're interested in joining my membership community, I will put a link in the comment section below. My members do get an extra video or two a week just talking about some things that I'm going through and a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave that in the comment section below. Other than that, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to continue to like, don't forget to continue to subscribe, and I don't even know what else to say. The way that I evaluate football is I do it from the inside out. And what I mean by inside out is I say what is closest to the football. An example of this is going to be the center touches the ball on every single play. It's never going to change. The center has to touch the ball on every single play. Because the center has to touch the ball on every single play, everybody on the offensive line would be the first barrier to get to the football. So therefore, when I'm looking at teams and I'm evaluating teams, I need that offensive line to look good. That is the first issue that I saw today, is that offensive line didn't look good. So then I go back and I say, who is usually getting the ball? It's going to be a running back or it's going to be a quarterback, okay? So then when I go look at the quarterback play, I didn't see anything that was impressive to me as a quarterback. I saw I just didn't see anything that impressed me today from quarterbacks. I think they looked very average. If you want to ask me what I am taking away from today's game or scrimmage or whatever you want to call it, the thing I'm taking away from is I hope to sweet baby Jesus, Colorado gets some solid offensive line guys in that transfer portal. I will also caution this. Last year, we thought we got some really good guys that can play offensive line in the transfer portal. Come to find out, we did not. So I'm not going to just get excited if we get a guy out of the transfer portal, because looking at what we just had today, I'm concerned, and I'm going to say it again, I'm concerned about Jordan Seaton. And so you can get mad at me in the comment section all you want. You can tell me I'm crazy. You can tell me I don't know football. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me, but I'm telling you right now, I have Jordan Seaton concerns. I have very strong Jordan Seaton concerns. And I can tell you, I've talked to a couple of people that have played offensive line, and they also are seeing Jordan Seaton concerns. So I'm just calling them out here because we need to start paying attention to what's going on. I said in my preview video, I don't want us fans to just think that everything is great because somebody is out there. I don't want us to think it looks good because it looked better than it did last year. I don't want us to do that because last year doesn't matter. I want us to look better than our competition. Our competition is Georgia Tech, and I watched the Georgia Tech spring game, and some things that I saw Georgia Tech do in that spring game, I have even more concerns when I look at it that way. However, this is not about this. I've already made a video about Colorado versus Georgia Tech, but now that I've seen the spring game, almost everything I said in that Georgia Tech video still stands true today, and Colorado has to figure this out. Colorado has to go to this transfer portal, and they have to get guys. The other thing that I saw today, which actually kind of made me sad, is the defense didn't do anything that I was like, okay. I didn't see anything in the defensive line or the linebackers. Like, I don't know. I'm starting to feel concerned. I'm just going to say that. I am starting to feel concerned for this Colorado Buffaloes football team, mainly because I have been watching spring games. I've been watching other schools' spring games. I'm concerned about Colorado. I'm not concerned as much about the skill positions. I'm a little bit concerned about the skill positions, but not a lot. But I'm very concerned about this Colorado offensive line. And because I don't believe this Colorado offensive line is very good, I'm also concerned about our defensive line that's been going against this offensive line that I don't think is very good. And so it's hard to judge. And so, yes, I have concerns after watching the spring game. I have major concerns after watching this spring game. It's just what it is. What do I think Colorado did well? It was a semi-spring game. We got more football than I thought we would, kind of. I don't understand why we did the 7-on-7 stuff and the other stuff in the middle of that. That was a little weird. I was hoping to see a full-fledged game where we just line it up and play 4 quarters and we just play it out and see what happens. We didn't see that. We didn't get to see Salters with the ones. So I'm not really sure what the intention was behind that. Maybe they didn't want to show too much. That sounds a little crazy to me, but whatever. I don't know. From what I saw today, if you were going to ask me where I feel like this Colorado football team is at as of today, it is going to be the prediction in my prediction video that I made before, and I'm going to tag that video here so that you can go watch that video and see the things that I was saying. Because when you watch that video, you will see the things that I was saying in that video reared their ugly heads today, and nothing much has changed, and that is concerning to me. I want to end this video by saying this. The transfer portal is not going to help this team with discipline. We have a discipline issue. The Colorado Buffaloes have a discipline issue. The coaches have to fix the discipline issue because, in my opinion, discipline starts from the top. Discipline starts from your coaches, and we cannot keep acting like we don't have a discipline problem. So I don't care what the wide receivers look like. I don't care what the cornerbacks look like. I don't care what the quarterback looks like. I don't care what the offensive line looks like. At the core of all of this, if we do not fix our discipline problem, and if we do not stop with those penalties, we are going to have a very, very, very big issues. And also, I need the tight ends to stop holding. I'll leave it at that. I will get off that soapbox. But this is what I'm thinking about the spring game. I'm concerned. I'm very, very, very concerned. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to enter the transfer portal. However, the transfer portal is only going to fix so much. The transfer portal is only going to give us new bodies. It is still up to this coaching staff to instill discipline in them, to make sure that they are ready to go on game day, and to make sure they look better. Because I'm going to tell you, if game 1, the Colorado team we saw today, as far as energy, effort, blockability, and things like that, show up against Georgia Tech, we're going to be in trouble. And before anybody says in my comment section, I know that this was just a practice, but you usually practice how you play. And if you practice how you play, that was not a good showing, and I will leave it at that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I will see you in my next video.